Okay, this one, I've been asked this a lot of times, like, what is the 90s grab? What is the 90s collection? So this is what the 90s collection is. Other than getting the remastered, you're going to get all this other stuff. But Taylor researched this last night. I had a basic understanding of it. We're going to show you what this whole POG thing is about. All right, Taylor, you got to instruct me.
Okay, first let's show off these pogs.
Okay, so these.
Oh, the slam! Ooh, metal slammer.
Dude, these are what they call salamas.
You guys remember these? Remember black and white?
You got black and white on the back.
They're back in pog form.
And so, let's move some of these goodies. So these are pogs. These are pogs, people.
Precious pogs.
Yeah, it's like currency in some countries.
Did you know that in some schools they actually banned pogs because it became like an underground black market trade?
Kids were getting crazy.
They were the first Pokemon cards.
So here's the summer of '94. So I think these were used as promotion, but they're all numbered.
Ooh.
And they have the tagline on the back. So there's 4 of them. Let's find some of the other ones. So this is 2 with the team shot. And so then I think the other 2 are like headshots of Reed and Whitney. So this is 3, and then Whitney is 4, or white and black. So I'm going to have to kneel down for this because, okay, so what do I do, Taylor?
Okay, so I researched this last night.
By the way, guys, this is Taylor Grosso. I'm RT Bear. And if you don't know, we have a little book called Black and White that we're putting up through Indiegogo. So we're going to have some fun here.
Yes, welcome. So
Here's all your pogs. These are all my
That's
pogs.
a lot of pogs for this game. Because I watched a lot of videos last night, and there was a lot of really unenthusiastic people explaining how to play this. So what we do...
We're not going to be those unenthusiastic people,
If you guys look up how to play Pogs, there's this girl that's really unintentionally hilarious, and she was just like, here, it's really easy to do. And it was like no enthusiasm. Ooh, that's a pretty one right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we got to do...
It shouldn't be a hard game.
It's really easy. So we have to have equal amounts of Pogs.
Okay, let's just say we do for the sake of argument.
Usually the biggest stack they do is 12, but we can do less than that.
Okay, so then go ahead.
So we build a stack. We each choose... Let's choose 4 each.
Okay. And they
So you pile them up.
I'll give you all 4 different ones. Okay. I hope this is interesting, you guys.
It will be.
And keep in mind, Taylor's trying to film this and play Pogs.
I'm also trying not to get my germs all over your guys' precious Pogs. I washed my hands like 12 times.
I think they'll be dead by the time they get into their hands.
All right, so we each chose 4.
Okay.
And then what you do...
That's a small stack.
Let's do more. Let's do, let's add...
So this is like betting, like your 4
6.
against my 4?
Well, what you gotta do...
Hey, you can't...
Well, what you gotta do...
I have to put mine on there.
What you gotta do is you have to decide at the beginning whether these Pogs are for keeps or just for fun.
Okay. No, this is for keeps, man. This is
keeps?
for blood. Yeah.
Okay, so now we combine our piles and shuffle them together.
Okay, so we combine these 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So shuffle them up.
So then we shuffle them. A deck of cards here.
I'm glad you guys are entertained by this. It only adds value, is this title.
Yeah, please comment away, because I know this is really silly, but...
We're not gonna do this the whole time, you guys.
This is the 90s, so we're trying to relive,
Okay.
the 90s.
We got our stack. Now we get to choose randomly who goes first.
Well, is this where the slammers come in? Well, here, you're a girl.
Okay. I don't want the pink one. I want a red one with Whitney on it. This is my favorite.
Have a red one. Yeah, I'm gonna go blue.
Okay.
This has got Whitney on it.
So
too.
we each pick a slammer.
I don't want Whitney though. Wait, this is a different Whitney.
Ooh.
Which one's yours?
There's a lot of variety. I picked the one where she's
okay,
like,
I got
hey.
a different Whitney.
Let me see.
There's a lot of
There's a
Whitneys
green reed right here. It's actually kind of cool.
Green reed. Ooh, I want a silver. This is silver Whitney.
Ooh.
So these all will be in the tier as well. Okay.
The silver Whitney could be yours. Okay. So
The special.
here's the thing. There's
Silver
2 different
Whitney.
ways to throw a slammer.
Oh god. Okay. Do I have to move? Are you gonna
No.
pop out my eye with
Because
that
what
thing?
you got to do is you got to throw the slammer at the pile however you want. If you're doing a tournament style, you have to hold it like this.
Okay, let's go tournament style.
But if you're doing regular, you can throw it however you
I
want.
thought you had to like
You can do it
Bottle cap
however.
it, yeah.
Okay, I'll let you go first. So
Well, no, I don't know how to do it.
okay, so you throw the slammer. This is gonna be embarrassing. You throw the slammer
Well,
at the
make
pile.
sure you hit the pile. I don't want to
Yeah.
poke out my eye.
Okay, it didn't work.
Dudsville. Okay.
So now you go.
Okay, but you can't like swipe it.
No,
right?
you gotta do it
hit
from the top,
right?
Yeah, you gotta do the top.
Okay. All right. Or do you have to restack
clear
it, or
it.
do you?
You restack it after. I'll show you once
Okay.
you smack it.
Okay. But it has to. It can't be the sides, right? You
Nah.
gotta kind of hit, because that's probably cheating, right?
Yeah, try to hit it dead on. Darn it.
Ooh, this is harder than it looks. All right. So
Okay.
now it's your turn. I take it.
Yeah.
Do I restructure?
No,
the
keep
stack?
it the same, I think.
Oh, then you're gonna get something on this one.
Darn
Wait
it.
a minute, I don't even think you hit the stack, man.
Man, it just bounced. Okay, so what happens?
I think that was cheating. I want a do-over.
Let's restack it.
Well, I'm going to try to reenact it because I think you hit the table. Did you hear it hit the table?
I did hear a
All
bounce.
right, I'm going to give you. You want a pink one? Oh no, you wanted a
I want
blue
the red one.
Oh, red. I don't have. Oh, here.
The best
All
one.
right, so you get another shot at it.
Okay, let me see if I can do this.
Okay.
Try to deflect me. Wow, that was horrible.
Okay, let's do it. You get a do-over.
Okay. I'm gonna try it tournament style this
Do
time.
tournament style. Boom, baby.
Yes.
So okay, so now what does this
So what
mean?
happens is now every pog that is flipped over upside down, I get. So it's like a point.
Oh, okay.
So then you go, and then the ones that you get that are upside down, you get.
Do I
until-
put that back on the stack?
I think so. Yeah.
So you only get it if it's like face down.
Yeah, you restack the face up ones every time.
Okay, I'm gonna try a yellow one because I didn't have any luck with the silver. Okay,
All right,
so
let's
here we
see.
go. Ooh,
Ooh, they're all face up.
they're all face up. So then I guess we do this. All right, now it's your turn
All right,
again.
let me see.
You're going red. Give me a red. Holy crap, you're good at this.
They're all face up though.
I'm going. Okay, this is tournament style.
There we go.
right?
Yeah,
I'm going tournament style
that's
here.
professional.
Okay, here we go. It's all on the wrist.
Darn it!
I'm going orange.
For scaring Momo.
Oh shit.
You know what? This is a lot harder.
All right, it's your
me
turn
see.
again.
You guys should come play a game with Pogs at Pogs.
Oh,
Darn it!
man!
The worst part's gonna be gathering these slammers at Pog
All right,
Warriors.
so I got to get one before we change the subject. Okay,
Let's try this.
I'm going hard.
Go all the way.
Oh!
Yes! So all those upside down
Boom,
ones
boom,
are
boom,
yours.
boom. I got 3, 4, 5.
So-
5. So then what? Okay, so let's just say the game's over.
So if we were playing now, all those would be for keeps, and you would have won because you have more than
all
me.
right, pan it around to me. This is the face of a Pog winner. This is the face of a winner. All right, so should we try to talk maybe a little bit about...
Yeah, let's show off some of the stuff.
Yeah, this is the 90s. So this is, other than the actual book, the remastered book, this is what the 90s collection will be. I just put this out so you guys could see that
Fresh Pogs.
this was marketed and licensed. So this was a licensing venture that really didn't happen. So I have a couple of these, but these aren't going to be part of, I just thought it would be fun to show you guys.
Are these the only ones in existence?
I think I have one more uncut. Yeah.
Ooh.
And then these were like marketed as well. So they were Pog holders, so you could show off your choice
Ooh,
Pogs.
signed.
Yes, it was a 100 with 1,000, and this was 105. So yeah, so that's the collection. But this, sadly, is not going to be part of it either.
By the way, if you guys own any of this stuff, definitely chime in because this stuff is all one of a kind right now.
Yeah, so these are all the Pogs and Slammers. So these will be part of it. And of course, the coveted ash can from 94. So this was a little promo that we did when I would do shows and stuff like that. So we would sell these. And I think they sold these at Fat Jack's. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Dynamite sold these as well. The creds are at the back, so I'll get to that. So this was a little preview.
Don't show them the whole thing.
Okay. Let me go to the back then.
You guys have to pay for the hat.
So then here's the back. We have the tagline, the logo, the old logo, the new logo I think is cooler. And then, Image Comics, Great Eastern, Comic-Con, Extreme Studios, and Dynamic Forces. So they all helped put that together.
And so you get the original issue 1 from 94. So you'll get this. This is not the remastered. This is the original book. You'll get that.
On the
And then-
original printing, too.
Yeah, the original printing. After these are gone, they're gone. I don't have any more. And so here's issue 2. So you get issue 1 and 2. You get the ash can, and then we did these. There's a bunch of them here. We did these postcards, and
Sorry, you guys.
I have. This might look like a lot, but it actually isn't. So we printed these up so that we could send them to people. So whenever somebody would write us a letter or whatever, we would thank them for the letters and the artwork that they would send, and we would send these to them. So I thought maybe it would be fun to offer them to you guys. And so then this, the coveted
Yes.
trading cards. So we're going to have 2 trading cards, but this is the Retro 94 trading card. So this was part of an Extreme Studios card set. So it was number 10. It has the tagline, Extreme Studios. Oops. And then the cards, I guess that was, does it say Extreme?
I think, yeah.
Cards Extreme, let me see.
Wait, let me see that.
No, it has another, illustrated, Cards Illustrated. So maybe that was the company. I thought it was Extreme. So this was...
Any Dynamo said, I knew this was all part of a plot to bring Pogs back.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So we have a couple, like I said, once again, it looks like we have a lot here, but it really isn't that much when you think this is all we have. So this really is all we have of these things. So it's very limited tier. And so we thought this would just be fun. Just to let you guys know what some of the 90s collection is going to be like. So,
Oh, and by the way, the ash can and these 2 issues are going to be signed by Art and Pamela as well.
yeah, so you're going to get an extra signature because we unlocked the signature tier or the stretch goal. So Pamela will be signing all these as well. And this one will be signed too.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the books here are going to be signed.
Yeah. So cool people, follow me over. We got something else. This one's going to be a little controversial. Well, I don't know. I don't want to overstate it.
We kind of debated whether we were going to talk about this or not, but
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Let me, first, I'm going to situate this. Wait for the camera to flip.
You know, don't get vertigo. Hope
Oh,
we're not
wait.
losing everybody.
Orientation lock is on, you guys. Let me see.
You can't set it up that way?
Let me see here.
It's not upside down to them, is it?
I think it is. This is upside down to you guys, huh? You know what? I'm just gonna hold this. Can you guys see? All right. I'll keep it this way then, you guys.
Okay. So, we should try to, I guess not. Well, is it okay, Taylor? Are you fine?
I'll be fine.
All right. So, anyways, this is not the lead page. So, I don't know. I'm gonna let Taylor talk about this because she discovered this through a friend of ours. So,
Okay, so last night, a friend of mine sent me a message and basically said, hey, did you know that this guy on Twitter is kind of talking bad about the book? And I didn't know who he was talking about, so I just asked him to send me a screen cap. And, oh yeah, everybody in the chat is chiming in. And most of us saw that, they said. So let me get comfortable here. I'll
you know,
zoom
I'm
in.
gonna move this out of your way so
Yeah, thanks.
you can maybe. pull
Hopefully you
back.
guys can read this because I'm like holding this with my hands. Okay, so basically they just sent me the screen caps. I went and like investigated myself and read all this stuff. But I'm gonna rest this or something. So I guess all of you guys have seen this stuff by now. But this guy, Kurt Busiek,
Yeah.
this silly old bear, wrote this thing, and me and Art were talking about it, and I'm not entirely even sure what he means, because he says, basically, I guess I'll just read it, even though you guys can read it yourselves, The Gators, which I guess is Comic Gators, are trying to whip up a frenzy over the fact I pointed out that in their big Gator Fest diversity display, the comic called Black and White is about two white people. But it's okay, it's cool. Their names are Blackett and Whitney, see? So,
I just wanted to back up. I don't know what he's talking about, diversity display. So I don't know what he's referencing, Gator Fest diversity display. So if anybody in the chat knows what that is,
yeah, what diversity displays are talking about?
I don't know what that means, because if he's talking about something that Taylor and I did, I don't know what the heck he's talking about, because I never claimed that this was a big diversity display.
And we never did.
Yeah, and then I don't know what you guys think. I'm gonna see what Taylor thinks first. What do you think he's talking about?
Well, first of all, they're not two white people. Whitney is half Asian, but so I guess he didn't even really look into the story. But also, it's really weird because in the context, like we were trying to analyze it, and he says that it's not diverse because the comic is called Black and White, but it's about two, quote, white people, unquote. So is he saying that the comic would be more diverse if it was literally a black person and a white person? Because that is kind of racist.
Well, at the very least, right? It's two nail on the head. Like,
can you imagine?
It's an African American man, and his character's name is Black.
Can you imagine if that's what our comic was about? If it was called Black and White, as a black and white character, that would be like, is that what he wants? Is that what would be better? Because that's absolutely stupid.
And I've never ever claimed diversity, that the two characters' race was diverse. I never ever claimed that. I mean, he's a Brit, lives in London, and she's half American, and she's half Chinese. So she's a half and half.
Her last name is Sung.
Her last name's Sung. So the thing is, I guess, I don't know if that's diverse. I don't know. I never even really cared or thought about it. I just thought that those were interesting like locations to have characters, backstory that we could play with. And the whole reason why Black, or Reed Blackett, is British is because I wanted to draw the parallel that he was kind of James Bond. He was a disillusioned James Bond that turns to a life of vigilantism. And then he fights crime on his own terms. And so that's what that was. And the black and white aspect was never meant to be racist. It's just kind of like, it's a phrase, like,
justice is black and white.
Yeah, justice is black and white, meaning that it's clear cut, meaning that there's no wiggle room. Their form of justice is black and white. So it's more of like, I guess, a moral statement, because the tagline is, in a world where justice is often blurred to gray, or in a world where law and order is often blurred to gray, justice can only be black and white. So I thought it was pretty clear that it's kind of a moral play.
Yeah, you'd think if you were a writer, you would know that extremely common saying.
So then the idea behind black and white is that Reed lived in a world of gray area. Whitney lives in a world of gray area, but he's tired of living in that gray. He's tired of all the like, this isn't right, or maybe it's right, or this is maybe wrong. He's like, no, there's absolutes. There's absolute rights and there's absolute wrong. And so that's the way he conducts his vigilante business, if you can call it that. So that's kind of like his mindset. That's more of his mantra. And so she kind of lives more in a gray area. So then she starts realizing through Reed's influence that sometimes justice is black and white. And especially for this 48-page story, it is black and white. So the ends don't justify the means. So she thinks the ends justify the means. She thinks you can kill in the form of justice. She thinks a lot of these things. And then he teaches her, or shows her by example, that you just can't do things like that. So that's what the black and white comes from. It was never meant to be a racial statement or like a diversified idea. It was just more or less of like, I mean, I grew up and there was a lot of music and a lot of people said, that's black and white, meaning it's clear cut.
Denali says, Comicsgate was saying that we had a diverse, hold on, I gotta read this. Saying that we had diverse creators with different stories and genre, but Kirk was trying to refute by highlighting your book and throwing shade.
Ah, well, he's totally wrong. I've worked with Kurt in the past, and he's a good guy, but I think he's totally off base here. And I kind of resent the fact that he used my book as a way to make some kind of retarded, and it is retarded, political statement about racism. So I don't know. I mean, should I look deeper into this, Taylor? Should I look in like is he calling me racist?
Well, I don't even know like what he's saying because like is he trying to really say it would be better if it was a black person and a white person? Because that's some old-timey racism right there. And like if it's about like creators diversity, like why is he targeting us of all people?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
JP says ignore the trolls art.
yeah, but I just thought this is just frustrating. So I don't know. I'm using this more as like therapy.
Like you've never even done anything to this guy.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. Like I messaged Art. And I'm like, do you even know this person? Because like I don't even know why he would like do this.
Yeah, and so then there are people in the thread here that because then Kurt says, I guess I don't know what he's responding to, but he's saying, I'm now being told that nothing that's nothing the overwhelming whiteness. What's that?
Overwhelming whiteness of a
display claiming diversity is unnecessarily injected race into things. It's almost daffy. It's so daffy. So
weird.
what does that mean?
I don't know. And the other thing that really bugged me in this thread is like he says it in like a really disparaging way, like, oh, it's a reprint of a 90s book, like basically saying that that's stupid. But then later he says like, I'd like to actually remaster some of my own stuff, and people are like, yeah, like this should be remastered and that should be remastered. It's like, oh, you're trying to take a shot at us, but then you're like also trying to like drum up interest.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about,
like
dude?
He's not using the black and white. Like he's mucking it up in the gray area, just trying to throw some grayness into what is seemingly clear cut. So it's a reprint of an image book from the 90s. It's a lot more than that, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It's not just a reprint, but
It's just funny in the context I got put into. It sounds like you put yourself into it.
yeah, like he's the one that brought it up.
The whole display looked like bottom crust comics from the 90s discount bin.
Muttman says, Art, you should intelligently respond and get more backers. Yeah, I was thinking like we should respond and just be like, very courteous and just be like, oh, you might not know this, but it actually refers to the saying that things are black and white. Like, maybe just explain.
Yeah, maybe I should. So you guys in the chat think I should maybe respond, but in kindness. I don't want to start any crap. But yeah, he's way off base here. I believe, if I'm understanding this properly, I don't even know if I'm understanding this, the way it's meant to be, because it's kind of cryptic.
And the way it's meant to be seems kind of crazy.
And if I am taking it if I am right, then I think he's calling me a racist.
Which is nice.
Which I don't know. I don't think it's true, but anyway, what do I know? Kurt knows better. So not all of it, about a quarter of it looks like pro-quality covers.
Oh, that's nice.
And not all of it's by Gator.
And not
either.
all of it, but like not all of our stuff, or it's not all of comics
Yeah.
stuff in general. Like, who are you taking a shot at?
Yeah, this guy's a writer. You could be clearer, I think, with your writing.
With all due respect, oh, people are talking crap about Kurt. Dome City Salmon says, I don't think you owe him an explanation. Any obviously intelligent person will see your book and intent for what it is. The fact he's trying to spin it exposes their fear and ignorance.
Well, thank you.
But Edwin says, you need to respond and expose his ignorance. People like Kurt have slandered one too many people at this point. Don't let him get away with slandering you like this, Art.
Yeah, I think just a kind reply, and I'll just explain kind of what I explained to you guys, that the idea is more, it's black and white justice. It's not literally like, the Jackson song where he's talking about, racism or just race in general. It doesn't make a difference if you're black or white. I think that's the phrase from the song. So I was never getting into race per se. It was more just like the justice aspects of it. And it came out of my frustration of the British writers that were kind of mucking things up in comics, where heroes didn't seem as clear-cut heroes. They kind of lived more in a gray area. And I think there are characters that can live in that place, but I thought, like, as the whole industry, I thought it was overplayed and it was a little too much. So this was kind of like a hypothetical that I came up with. Like, what if you had a character that was still believed in black and white justice, believed in good versus evil, all those things that, some people think are corny, and then he met somebody that kind of believed in the gray area, thought that the gray area was a way to actually have justice, and so then they realize that maybe the best way is the ends don't justify the means. Maybe the right is right. Maybe good is good. And I don't know if this is realistic or not. It's a fantasy. Who gives a crap, right? It's a wish fulfillment story. So for the sake of black and white, we say Reed's right. Reed is, that there is good, true good, and there is true evil in the world. It's not all gray. And you don't have to be a bad guy to take down the bad guy. You can still be a good guy and take down the bad guy.
Majority of the chat is saying not to fall for it, and that's just going to cause more attacks, and I guess you should ignore it. I guess he has a past of, like, mental illness or something.
Kurt does?
That's what the chat is saying. I don't know if that's true, but I guess we should probably ignore it.
Yeah.
JP asked if I was your wife. No, I'm not.
Yeah, okay, so there's two very talented women that are working on Black and White. So Taylor's my co-writer, and we've worked in the studio on art and writing for the past 5 years together. So she's very, very talented. And then my wife was my original co-writer on Black and White in '94. So she's coming in as a way to edit Taylor and I, because we get some crazy ideas and we need somebody to bring us back to reality.
We have a special interview with her on the channel too, if you guys want to watch it. I think it's really good.
Yeah, on the YouTube channel. Yeah. I think that one's called Diversity.
Diversity?
Yeah.
Is that what sparked this whole thing?
Oh man, you brought it all around. Anyways, you guys, I think some of you defended this. One of you guys posted the link as a way to try to educate them on, like, this is what it is. There's no racism here. And so a few of you guys defended me, so I appreciate that. So maybe it's all said and done. Maybe we should just sweep this under the carpet.
He could have at least posted the link, though. I mean, if you're going to slander...
Oh, Kurt? Yeah.
It would have been nice.
But it's still in there, so I appreciate it, guys. I really do. And just from the bottom of my heart, I mean, I don't think I have any more, bias or racism, at least I don't think I do. I treat people based on their merit, what they bring to the table versus skin color, male, female, age, whatever. So the only time I'll discriminate is if somebody's a jerk or an a-hole. That's usually the only time I discriminate. So we have that. Should we try to wrap this up? Is there any more in the chat?
As you chat with a sick Chicana right here.
Chicana? Who's it?
I'm a Chicana.
Oh, okay.
SoCal, Mexico.
Oh, sick,
for life.
as in that you're not feeling well.
Yeah, I'm not like sick, Holmes, but like I'm pretty sick. If anybody can hear my constant coughing.
Oh yeah. So you're saying this gives me diversity points.
Yeah. So if we're supposed to.
Yeah. So I'm French Canadian. I don't know if that means anything.
Moxnick says, "Love you, Art. We can tell from these videos that you have a big heart."
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. And you know what? There's no real political statement here. It's all love. I worked with Kurt before. He's a brilliant writer. I just think he's a little off base here. And to be honest, just to back up, I'm really not sure what he's saying here.
It's hard to decipher. Like, we've been trying to kind of figure out what exactly he means.
Yeah, so I don't know. The cynic in me looking into it seems like he's calling me a racist, but I don't know for sure. So let's move on. So basically, just to recap, we wanted to educate you on Pogs and the 90's.
And by the way, please don't go and like attack him or anything
Oh,
after
yeah.
this. Like
Yeah,
we don't
don't do
want to
that.
cause him any problems.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a point of view. We all have our points of view. We can all get along, so I don't have to make him wrong to make me seem right. So where is this? Oh, there it is. So I don't know if you can see this.
Oh
but
yeah,
this
90s
is,
collector pack.
this
Here, I'm
is
gonna
the
scooch
90s
in, you
collector's
guys.
pack.
Sorry for the Blair Witch camera.
Yeah, we're going handheld this episode.
There it is.
So what this one has is it has the signed graphic novel, the 90s ashcan, which we showed, the original 94 issue 1, the original issue 2, and then 4 more items. Let's hover. And they're all going to be signed. The postcard is from 94 as well. And then the POG set with Slammer.
You can play a whole game, you guys.
Yeah. And then you get the original 90s trading card, the Extreme Image trading card. So it's quite a deal here. And also, there's only 50 left. And once these are gone, these collector's items, they're gone because this is bare bones. So when we came up with 53,
That's the exact amount, you guys.
yeah, that's all we have. So I kept a couple for myself for my my mementos. So when I'm old and gray, I can look back and go, you know what? I was pretty damn cool.
And then you throw a slammer
Yeah.
at the last remaining pog.
And then it turns to dust as soon as
Aw.
the slammer hits it. Poof.
That was worth $50,000.
So, anyways, we should talk about this because you know what? Yesterday we heated up. We were on fire.
Yeah.
Did we get to the stretch sticker or are we close?
We're
Let's see.
close. Let's see where we're at here.
Okay. The stretch sticker, stick it to the box is 22. We're at 21.
We're so close.
We're so close.
And
So-
you guys, more importantly, we're close to 400 backers.
Oh yeah, we're 4 away. No, this is so cool, guys. I'm so beside myself. Every morning I wake up, there's some new cool stuff that you guys have brought to the table, and I really, really appreciate that. So how many? Let me see if I can do some basic math. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So that would be 7, 6.
Place this on the
It's like
table here.
6,
There you go.
75, 76, 77. So it's like 677 away from the stretch goal. So the stretch goal is to stick it to the bots, and so that's the sticker right there. Pretty darn cool. It's going to be round. It's going to be awesome. And so then the next stretch goal, which we're going to post the artwork, Taylor just came up with this cool graphic for the mini print. So that will be the next one, and that's at 25. So if we keep going the way we're going, where we're just lighting it up, then we'll get to this 25 in no time at all. So the hopes are really the big tier or stretch goal for Taylor and I is this one. What is this one, Taylor?
Oh yeah, the 30K stretch goal. This is the one that I think we kind of want the most because this is to extend the book with new pages. And the thing is, the book already has like a lot of new content and stuff, but to get the story where we will really, really be happy with it, we really need the money to justify these extra pages because there's a lot of stuff, and I know I talk about this a lot in all the videos, but there's a lot of stuff in the book that we got to elaborate on, and story-wise, backstory stuff, but there's a lot more we could expand on to really make the story what we want it to be. So hitting that goal is really important to us.
Yeah, so one of the main things that we're going to be able to do with the 30K stretch goal, with the extra pages, is we're going to be able to get more into Chang, who's the villain, and Whitney's backstory, and we'll be able to get more into Reed and Whitney's relationship and their backstory together. That the original 3 issues we had such limited time, we weren't able to do that. So Taylor and I have worked out ways that we can add these things, and it's seamless, guys. You are not going to know. And two, with all the remastering,
this stuff is arduous. This is redrawing.
And this
the
is not
entire
just
book.
this is not, as like Kurt put it, this is not just a issued 90s book. This is a whole new book.
No, this is a whole new book. I talked to John Malin the other day, and he said you should really put up some more of the before afters because they're really impactful and they're really the transformation is stunning. So I think we'll do some of that as well, so you guys can see that. But more importantly, the new pages that are added and the new panels that are added will seamlessly fit in because
Yes.
it's more of a contemporary style. So this isn't going to feel like, some guy at the Marvel bullpen did a couple extra pages and they put those in. It's not going to feel like that at all. I don't want it to be that. I want this to be a seamless 48-page plus the extra page experience. I want you to feel like this is all encompassing, and I don't want to take you guys out of the reality with, pages that don't look similar to the other
Exactly,
pages.
yeah.
So there's a lot of patchwork in there. There's a lot of redrawing already in the 48 pages. So from what Taylor and I have already done, it's already pretty seamless of an experience. So I hope you guys can get the energy out there, get the word out, keep backing, tell some people that that might be interested in this kind of entertainment. And if we can get to that 30, it will be a dream come true for Taylor and I creatively.
Yeah, that's really what I think we want
Yeah.
the most. And liking the video, if you like this video, also helps get attention to our channel. So please like this video. And someone said, Noir ou Blanc.
Yes,
Your
definitely.
French-Canadian friends are coming out here.
Yes.
But please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. On a lot of people, by the way, are really liking the Capullo cover in the chat.
They're selling like hotcakes right
These
now.
are pretty cool, you guys. When you guys can get like a good look at this, like Art killed it on these new inks. It's absolutely crazy. But like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and even if you can't back the campaign for whatever reason, spreading the word is very important because word of mouth really helps these campaigns.
Yes. Thank you so much to get us to this point. And John Malin last night made a prediction. He said, based on our numbers right now, we could possibly do 90K. So that would just be, it would be insane to even think like this. So with your support, we can be, what was it? Was six figures, bitch.
I didn't hear that part.
Because I think that's 100K. So what they're saying is like the Comicsgate books, if you can get to 100K, then you'll be a six figure bitch. And I think they're trying to hashtag that. So I think the last six figures was Doug TeNapel. So I think before it's all said and done, Mike's book, Lone Star, will be a six figures. And definitely Graveyard Shift, John's book, will as well. So hopefully Black and White will be immortalized with the six figures biatch.
Here's hoping, because this campaign really, the success of this campaign is like really the determining factor of whether we can continue on this course making independent projects and getting the second volume out. So there's very high stakes to this campaign for us.
And you guys, just between you and I don't want to go back to a day job at Marvel or DC.
Don't make him go back.
Please don't make me go back.
Listen to him.
Yes, my heart is in the indies. My heart is this YouTube stuff. My heart is you guys creating content for you. And if we can keep this gravy train going, then we'll be able to stay in this arena. So let's. I hope it went up so I don't look like an idiot. So we're at 21, 323. So let's hit the refresh.
The chat says they prefer six-figure young lady.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but that's what they're calling it.
That's what they're saying. So, anyways, guys, thanks again. And I think Mike's going to have a, what does he call it? Drawn and quartered tonight.
Ooh.
So I won last week's with my rogue drawing. By the way, that's for sale if anybody wants it.
Oh my gosh, how is it still for sale? You
Uh,
guys jump on that rogue.
Yeah, 3 people dropped out, so I think I'll maybe I'll post it around. I'll post it up on Twitter so you guys can DM me if you want it. So, anyways, that's cool. I'll see you guys tonight on Mike's YouTube, the Drawn and Quartered. And was there anything else, Taylor?
If you guys check the link in the description after the video, you'll see all of Art's social media. So if you want to see a good shot at that rogue that is for sale, go ahead and click those and be sure to support Black and White.
You know what? I just thought of something. What we should do right after this is you guys sign up for the newsletter. Go to it'll be in the
Yes,
description.
I believe
right?
it's the 4th link in the description.
Okay, so it's the Art by T Bear. Sign up for the newsletter, and Taylor and I will post that rogue drawing up in the newsletter with the prices and everything. And then you guys can contact me right through the site there if you're interested. So that might be the simplest way to go. So
And the newsletter is a big thing, you guys, because that is where all of our major, news is announced first and foremost.
yeah. So thanks, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you later tonight on Mike's YouTube.